Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
Ryan.
As you can see, we've got a crazy list here
Yes.
of some amazing books.
Mhm.
Like, we definitely kind of jumped in.
did. Yeah.
We went pro ladies on this one.
A lot of very solid girl power, women-centric, strong character books this week.
What's funny is, like, we didn't talk about this. We
No.
just kind of...
Just organically.
It was just there.
Yeah.
It was just there. And I think that says something very wonderful about comics today, that you can have female-centric comics without it being, hey, look, comics are for girls.
Yeah. Just really strong stories.
Yes, which is
very, very cool.
It's very cool. Okay, so what are we working with over here? What do we have that's the same?
The same, I think, is Shuri.
Yeah.
Outside of that, we went different
Totally
directions
different.
on the
All right. I want to know what you read.
Okay. How about this? I'll start with Lumberjanes.
Okay.
Number 55, that was a request from
That was a
Box.
request.
And Waters, Lay, and Dozer Draws were the creators behind it. It is kind of an all ages type story,
right?
Maybe a little bit skewed more tweens, more than all ages completely, but definitely for readers. It is the story of these characters that are kind of like at a summer camp.
Okay.
And in this particular story arc, there is like a energy vampire that like feeds off of negative feelings and fears, and the vampire trapped the wrong person because this person's like so over the top peppy and happy all the time and just has kittens, and it's driving the vampire nuts because like she can't really feed. So it's really, really fun. There's magical cats. It's a lot like I'm trying to think. Gravity Falls-ish in that kind of like there's weird stuff going on, vibe, but really, really fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was something I could see my daughter tearing. I really dig.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so age group wise, you're saying it's teens, tweens?
I would say teens, tweens.
Okay, all right.
It's on Boombox, so it's supposed to be like
that kind of transitional readership. I got you. Wait, where did you? Was that at the top of your list or is that in the middle?
I went in the middle.
You went middle?
Yeah, because then I'm going to segue into Exorsisters.
All right, so I'm going to start in the middle too then, and I'll start with Hit Girl. We are in Rome now, okay? So we've gone all around the world. I mean, we were in the Great White North in Canada. Now we're in Rome, and we got the double team up of Raphaels on this one. So we got Albuquerque, and then I just lost it. What's the? I was gonna do it. It was gonna be amazing, and then I lost it. Scavone. I knew I was gonna mess that up. Like absolutely gone. This is a pretty book. Yeah, it's fun. It's snappy. I wonder if there is an international tone to it that because like I don't have Italian roots. I don't watch, a lot of Italian-based movies or anything like that. So I wonder if there's like a tone to it that I'm not quite capturing all of, but recognizing that there's something there that if you are of the culture, you're like, I get that. I get that. That's awesome. That could be kind of cool. Yeah. In this one, Hit Girl encounters somebody who is stealing stuff, right? And obviously Hit Girl don't like the stealing at all. Please don't do that. She's very adamantly against it. But it takes her to Rome, and Hit Girl's a little obsessive. She doesn't let things go. Not at all. I will tell you this, though. No spoiler. Don't have this person that's in here, don't cook a meal for them wrong.
I went to Catholic schools growing up.
Okay, so then you know.
I felt very triggered.
I was gonna say, then you understand. Then you understand. That's all I'm saying.
No spoilers.
You thought the worst thing they could do is like slap your knuckles with rulers?
No.
No. How many times do I have to tell you? Okay, too much salt. Yeah, you will get assaulted. Okay, too much salt, you will get assaulted.
I couldn't figure out what the guy was so worried about leading up to it.
And now you know.
And now I know.
And now you know. So it's a fun thing. I think overall, like when we see this entire series all laid out, it's gonna be a brilliant exercise in what can be in terms of storytelling. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, really fun.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, so Exorsisters. Yes. Number one, I am angry that I did not come up with that.
Okay, it is a super, super metal looking book. Boothby and Legacy are the creators on it.
Okay.
It is two sisters.
Right.
And they are kind of like Constantine-ish in their sort of practitioners of the dark arts.
Okay.
But they're for hire.
Oh.
And so in this particular issue, they're hired by a bride who thinks that her groom was dragged to hell at their wedding day. And it's
He could have just ran away.
No.
Okay,
What he did is so scumbaggy. I respect it. Like it's like, why would you? Oh, you're evil. But it's real fun. It's another one that's kind of tweenish.
Okay.
Tween to adult. Like it stops itself from going all the way.
Okay.
But it's real fun. Buffy fans, I think, will really enjoy it. Constantine fans from like the television show, like if you haven't read the Constantine comic, but you watch the show,
right?
I think you'll dig the vibe here. It's simultaneously negative and dark, while at the same time being very lighthearted and humorous because there's different jokes and like one of the sisters when they're going to the wedding area to kind of like investigate,
right,
just starts pounding the champagne, stealing the wedding cake. So it's like super funny. And the two sisters have very different personalities.
I see.
And first issue, pretty much a one and done in terms of story.
Okay.
But the groundwork is being laid for the meta plot for the ongoing story arc.
Got you.
Something I really enjoyed.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised.
That's a good one. Is that the art style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a real cool, very cartoonish.
Yeah, it's
sort of simplistic,
slightly
style.
Terry Moore.
Yeah.
Strangers in Paradise-ish. Okay, I dig. I took one from Jinx World, cover number 2. Now, okay, so we said before that this was kind of girl-centric,
but
this is a caveat.
Yeah, but kind of like that secondary character is pretty important.
Very important.
Yeah.
So we follow this comic creator who's gone to Istanbul for a show, but possibly gets involved in a espionage plot, which is what the first book kind of set up. Is like comic book creators are actually secret spies.
Who knew?
What? We travel all over. Like literally, it's like if Zoolander was serious. Like, this is what it is. It's like I want you to do this thing. I don't want to. You're doing this thing. Okay. Because like I'm just waiting for somebody like I'm your editor, your editor. But no, like we've got. What's interesting is like we have again, like you said, secondary character, but she's so dynamic in this series. It's incredible. It's like. The only thing I can think of is like Al Pacino's character in The Recruit. Okay. But a lady. Yeah. Who's just as manipulative, just as like 5 steps ahead as our quote unquote hero. Yeah. And she's just pulling all the strings. It's so brilliant. And she's a lady of color too. So this is a great series. I think it's got a lot of legs to it. Yeah. People will read this and find something very interesting, unique. It's not just for spy readers. It's not just for the superhero crowd. Like there's a slice of life element to it. A couple of times when they mentioned stuff like being at a convention, it hit close to home. I was like, I've seen that happen, or I've done that actually. Dang it. So yeah, I think this is like a very brilliant piece from Jinx World. It's kind of it's a fun title. It's a very fun title.
A lot of really good stuff on Jinx World. Like I'm looking at all 4 offerings right now in the back, and they're all good.
They're really good. And again, very strong female showcase between Cover, Scarlet, Pearl, and who is this character in United States versus Murder Inc.? Do we know?
She's one of the 5 families.
Okay.
She's kind of like a hitman or hit woman for the family, but she is finding out there are different parts of her past and things that she's been asked to do that aren't exactly what she thought. So she's
okay. She looks devilish in this picture right here. Like I would not cross her. Okay, all right. I read that right. I read that right. Okay, good. And then Shuri #1 from Marvel Comics. Nettie, is that how you like? I don't know how to pronounce her first name. It's a double N. Which I'm like, I don't know how to... Nettie?
Yeah, Okorafor.
Yeah.
And Romero. I just did the last name.
Okay, smart move.
But there's one because I didn't want to...
I shot my shot, okay? I'm not going to, miss my shot here. Yeah. I'm not afraid. Got to do it. But...
Super accessible.
Dude, that was one of the things that I totally loved about this. Yeah. If you have never read Black Panther before, but have seen the movie, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the thing going into it. I was concerned that you would have to be up on the current story arc. They do reference the current story arc.
Right, they do.
But yeah, you went in. You just need to be familiar with this character, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think with this portrayal of Shuri, it's establishing a stronger place in the Marvel universe outside of T'Challa, which is important. Like. So far, all of her interactions before have been tied to him directly. Yeah. This is something that's saying, no, she is an active part of the community and is very important. Yeah. So I'm kind of kind of in love with this. I think the art style that that Leo does it's super accessible. It reminds me of Chris Samnee's work.
Yeah.
So it's very clean lines, very meant to be colored.
Yeah.
But it reads like a certain age group.
Yeah, that's the thing. I couldn't figure out where, but it felt really like teenagers could pick it up. It was smart without being like preachy.
Right.
It was simple without being oversimplified. Like it fit everything so well.
Absolutely. I love the establishment of further details and intricacies of Wakandan culture.
Yeah.
And the way that this is going to be something, again, separated from Black Panther, T'Challa. This is something different.
Yeah.
And that is cool. Like, super duper cool. I want my daughter to read this. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
no, it was amazing. And the meeting of the minds
yes,
down near at the end.
Yes.
And not as like a last resort. It's like, no, this is just a part of our culture and how we do things. Like, further solidifies that women are not like,
they're not objects within there. Right.
Yeah.
They can be just as progressive
Mm-hmm.
and guiding as any other figures within Wakandan history. So I'm all for it. I thought that was a brilliant take, and definitely something that, like I said, I want to get that and have my daughter read it. Just be like, hey, this is you. This is you. Keep that spirit, because Shuri is everybody. How do you feel about, so as I said before on the show in episodes prior, I feel like Genius is the de facto superpower of the Black girl in Marvel Comics right now.
Especially recently,
Yeah. But for some odd reason, I feel like Shuri is different in some sort of way.
Yeah, because she's with Ironheart. She was playing second fiddle to Stark.
Right.
Moon Girl, they've kept her boxed in as like your all ages thing.
Right.
But with Shuri, she's important. Like, she's.
It's not just like even when she was Black Panther, it had ramifications. It wasn't just like I know the status quo is going to go back to normal, but there were things that actually mattered while she was Black Panther. So it does seem different. You know, Ironheart, as cool as people really, latched onto her, wasn't quite the same. Like, is Tony different because Ironheart existed? No. not at all. But
T'Challa is.
Absolutely. I kind of want there to be, even though I was like ardently against that notion of, oh, look, the Black girl genius superpower, yay! I want there to be a meeting of those three ladies, and I want to know what that conversation would be like, because you are the smartest women on Earth in the Marvel universe. They gotta know each other. They gotta know of each other, and with so many similarities.
Thus far, Marvel hasn't touched on it. There's been no connectivity between.
That's crazy to me. That right there is crazy to me.
Because you would think one of them would reach out,
because they'd have to be aware of each other. Like, that's the thing where I'm like, if they are so smart, why would they remain secluded from each other? Like, I could like, I don't want to spoil that. I won't spoil that. But there was a moment where I had the idea that based on somebody that Shuri is talking to, how cool would that have been?
I wondered the same thing. I wondered the same thing. Because
that's just where I was. Because I was like, now that would be cool to build that connection.
And it would be a safe way that would fit
absolutely
the other characters involved.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're on the same page. I love it. While we commiserate that, it's time for some honorable mentions. All right, so we got two that are the same.
Yes.
And then we differ. Okay. Gideon Falls. Talk to me.
Okay. So it's been a little bit since I reviewed like the first few issues.
I was going to say it's been a while.
About.
This
was a request this week, much like Lumberjanes. And I was like, all right, let's do this.
Get back in that train.
And it is just
dig that artwork, man.
It's like a nightmare. Like, it's so grainy.
I love it.
Jeff Lemire's, if you're not familiar with it, Jeff Lemire is the writer behind this Image book, and I think the first trade has just come out this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And it picks up in this town where unnatural stuff's happening, murders, and there's a definite supernatural aspect behind it. And
that is beautiful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, just the storytelling.
That right there. Wow.
Yeah, it's really really solid. It's definitely horror, but it's more psychological horror. Like there isn't like jump scare type
Right.
panels. It's this like creeping thing at the back of your.
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah,
Those
so
are good.
it's kind of like where people kind of fell off on Outcast, just that the plot was moving too slowly.
Okay.
This is the opposite. Stuff is constantly happening.
Okay.
But not in a way that like overwhelms you. It's like, oh, you know, what's the plot?
What's
twist this
next?
time?
What's this time?
It's just real, and like the characters, you don't know if they've seen stuff. You don't know if they're crazy. Very very cool. Like there's one of the main characters has decided that the best way that he can stop stuff from happening is
Right.
he's going to collect the pieces of this barn and build it in his apartment, which clearly
That's not a
yeah.
normal move. Like,
yeah, and so it's stuff like that
Okay.
that
Okay.
really kind of keeps
Okay.
you off balance.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My other is Thor. Last issue left off with, okay, we had old god Thor,
Yep.
right, versus Phoenix Wolverine, old man Phoenix. Let that sink in,
Yeah.
right? They're having a little tete-a-tete because Thor has revived Earth,
Yeah.
and this Phoenix Wolverine thing is like, look, by doing so, you've now made the Earth a beacon for other things. And he's like, well, whatever. Like, we're at the end of time. Like, what else is there? And he's like, there are things. We have Doctor Doom, who shows up at the end of the last issue. Doctor Doom has now become the Starbrand, the Sorcerer Supreme, the Iron Fist, and I want to say there's one more. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of messed up. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, the Ghost Rider. So, yeah,
So like, is it cool or is it Cosmic Ghost Rider?
it is. Okay, so Cosmic Ghost Rider obviously took an amalgamation of things
Yeah.
that you weren't expecting, and it made it work really, really well.
Yeah.
That particular combination, under the power of Doom, you know, is not a good thing.
Yeah, you
like
don't
you
wanna-
know that's not good.
Yeah.
And this starts off with something I thought was brilliant. Doom comes to Earth and he's upset because the Garden of Eden of sorts that Thor's created
Yeah.
was where Latveria was. So I'm like, yeah, if there's some feelings to it, then he's definitely going to be like, I'm gonna deal with this in a certain kind of way. I like it.
In a Doctor Doomish
And
manner.
certainly Dr. Doom is sort of way. The end of this,
Good stuff.
it is on par with the I never thought of that. Oh my God, what could that be? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's this one's kind of a fun sort of fantasy Thor piece.
Okay.
With Jason Aaron having written some great Thor stuff,
Yeah.
you almost wonder like, does he have enough story to go the distance?
Yeah.
Here he's showing like I might not have even gotten started yet. You don't even know. I could stick with Old Man Thor for a long time.
Very cool.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. Where do you want to go next?
Oh, that's a toughie. Because simultaneously, nothing and a lot happens in Batman.
True.
The first part of the
I almost feel
Drowned
like
Earth-
that's the perfect nothing and a lot happens in
Yeah.
this. Read it. Like that's it. Like there's nothing else you can say without spoiling.
It's the end of the Beast story arc.
Yeah.
There's combat.
Some stuff.
There's
Yeah.
a really really cool like side story that's
Did you realize who the story was being told to?
no.
I did not either.
Yeah, and it wasn't until the end that I'm like, oh,
Oh. Whoa.
yeah,
Unexpected.
yeah.
Okay.
So that was very cool.
Yeah.
The Justice League, I'm kind of on the fence about. Like, it's an interesting concept.
Right?
It's super super big. Like, I mean, it's like Galaxy. You know,
It's huge.
yeah.
But okay. Is it right for this to be in a Justice League story versus an Aquaman one? Clearly, like based
Yeah.
on this cover, Aquaman is front and center.
Mhm.
He's got that one front and
Yep.
center. So this is clearly an Aquaman-centric
Yeah.
story. Is it good enough to have as an Aquaman story versus Justice League? Because like
It's a toughie because
Yeah.
you know it's gonna cross over and it's also gonna hit Titans, which
Right.
is kind of interesting. It is very Atlantis-y,
Mhm.
but the power level of what's going on is Justice League.
Well, let me counter your statement
Mhm.
with that. So with the current run of Superman
Mhm.
and the Earth being drawn into the Phantom Zone.
Yeah.
That didn't cross over into a Justice League title.
No, it didn't.
And clearly, as the last issue showed, the Justice League is there. They're working to try to get out. How come they can aim? Yeah, dude, I think that would be such a great vehicle to elevate Aquaman even further.
Yeah. Instead of being like just 2 issues out of the 6-issue story arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aquaman 41 and 42.
Like that's it doesn't even start it. Like that's the thing that gets me, man. I'm like, Aquaman is almost like, as a title, Aquaman is almost an afterthought to a series that is absolutely going to be built around him.
Yeah.
Crazy talk.
Yeah.
Crazy talk. I don't know. I'm trying to like Scott Snyder stuff. It's not working for me, man. It's not working. I'm trying so hard, but I just can't do it.
It's kind of weird to me because the bad guys in this, kind of like the bad guys in Metal, where they're like this extra dimensional evil, and I don't know, like I want to like it, like I really want to. I'm gonna stick with it, but
it's a good call. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna stick with my tap out. I tried it. Look, as I admitted, the cover got me. Awesome. The cover got me. Like, this cover is beautiful. I would get this as a poster and just put this in my room, especially if it was just like without the indicia here and just the justice. Oh God, please. I actually hope DC is planning on doing that.
I haven't seen at the comic shop level. They haven't done posters in forever, which is mind blowing.
Guys, come on! This foil version, y'all would make a mint off of that. Drop a $10 thing. I would buy it. All of them.
It would absolutely sell. Like, I own a comic shop. I know that kind of stuff. Like, it would sell. But that's just me.
What do you do?
Yeah.
As always, guys, thank you for checking us out. If this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button and definitely hit that bell.
Yeah, because that'll let you know every week when our new stuff goes up.
That's right. Now, I heard you talking earlier. We're how many away from 1,000 subscribers?
145, I think.
You know what? I think we should do something amazing. If we can get up to, let's be bold. If we can get up to 1,000 subscribers before the end of November, I think we should do something kind of incredible. What do you think?
I think so.
I think that's absolutely a plan.
Yeah. As part of the things that we're going to do, this is the last week that we're going to notify you guys, like, subscribe to the show, because we're going to be giving away 2 copies of a particular trade paperback from a particular favorite writer. So definitely be a part of that. And then we will do something additionally awesome if we hit that goal of 1,000 in November.
That's a plan. I think that's an absolute plan.
It could involve Taco Bell gift cards.
Ooh. Doom.
See, it ties in with the bell.
I like it. I like it.